Hey, what's up, guys? My name is John. Welcome to Simple Life, Simple Money. My goal here is to make your life more simple. So hopefully this video will be helpful if you're considering purchasing a Glowforge. Now, I know there are a lot of other competitors out there, but I want to explain what my experience has been, our experience, I should say, having a Glowforge for about the last 18 months. We've had a business, and it has done very well by God's grace. It wasn't anything that we could have really manufactured, but the laser has been a big part of helping us, and I want to give you some advice, maybe some helpful tips if you're considering purchasing a Glowforge. And there is a referral code that they want you to use. You can save money. It's up to you. You don't have to, but I hope you find this video helpful. So first of all, what are some of the cases that you could use this laser for? You could use it to make gifts. You could use it to start a business. And I really think there are a lot of options if you're considering using the laser. Let me show you this. Consider how much you spend per year on gifts for birthdays, weddings, holidays, Christmas, etc. The average American spends a literal fortune on Christmas each year. And think about if you were able to make custom gifts or custom signs or plaques or pictures and put things that are really, truly meaningful on gifts for people. We've seen it happen. We've had people ask us to help them with this. They usually don't let us not take their money, and they want to pay a little bit. But you can make a business out of making custom signs. Or you could just be helpful and be able to help a lot of people with projects and things that maybe they wouldn't have thought of, but you invested the money to get a laser, so you can be more helpful. Now, as a business, which is probably why you're watching this, the opportunities are endless. There are places like Etsy, places like Amazon Handmade, Artfire, craft fairs, local places. There's no end to places you could use the laser. And my experience with this has been very good. We got the basic, low-end model. And the reason for that is I think it makes a lot of sense to try to cash flow your business idea before you invest more than you need to, because the laser can be pretty expensive. Also, I'll tell you not to buy that vent thing that they have. It's basically like a box that you have to keep buying these expensive filters. So when you look at the pricing of the Glowforge, this is a very sophisticated graphic. $6,000 for the premium, which has a pass-through, allows you to do longer signs. $4,000 for the plus, $3,000 for the basic, which is what we have, and the $995 is for the filter. I would not recommend the filter. I would not recommend the plus or the premium. Get the basic one, use it, cash flow your idea, and then down the road, if your idea is successful, then reinvest the money. You're not going to have that many projects where you need the faster burn time or the faster laser time. It's not necessary, and the basic does just fine, and that's what I would recommend. Now, what are some things to consider as you're using this thing? Getting good with the laser is no easy task. In fact, I've had so many discouraging times with this thing because we recover Bibles and sometimes the leather is very hard to see. So I'll give you just some initial thoughts. Number one, make sure to use masking tape to tape off the areas that you're aiming for so you can see them in the picture. Also, if you use strings and tape them to draw a straight line, the laser has a fisheye, and you want to set the focus each time you use the laser and use the strings because those will be straight. You cannot tell from looking at the laser where you're going to hit, and so if you try to make a complicated template, it's very, very challenging and you'll take way too much time. Use strings, tape it around whatever you're doing so you have straight lines, and then look based on square shapes. I'll probably do another video on lining up the laser, but that being said, you want to test your design before you go to your actual printing unless you're familiar with the material that you're working with. So always do a test run on the material if you can, and then hone it in from there. The engraved feature is probably what most people will use most often, though you can make things like Christmas ornaments, and there's no end to the amount of things that you could make. But I will say for about a year and a half in, we are very happy with the laser. It has been incredibly helpful. We've been able to help lots of people. We've been able to customize a lot of things that we otherwise wouldn't have been able to. And we have cash flowed the laser times 10, maybe more, I don't know. It's exploding. Now, all of that is not due to the laser. Our business, it's just part of one thing that we use it for. But it can help you if you're willing to invest the time and money. Now, what I will say, since this is about simple life and money, I've come from the financial world, and this is not investment advice or anything like that, but don't buy this thing on payments hoping that you can then pay it back. pay cash, save up the money, demonstrate that you can do that, and don't go into debt for things like this laser and other materials, because that is a slippery slope that will never end. Save up little by little, get a second job if you need to, get a side job or delivering pizzas, whatever you need to do, sell a car if this is something you're serious about, but don't do the payment plan. Please don't do that. That is a bad idea. I never recommend debt. I worked with Dave Ramsey, so that's kind of part of the deal. And I'm not saying, all debt is evil or anything like that, but I would not recommend that. That is the way to submarine whatever it is you're trying to do and make you resent this thing instead of seeing it as a way to help others. So I'll do more videos on this, I'm sure, but hopefully that is helpful. It's my first shot at explaining the Glowforge. Please leave a comment below. I can do other videos on things maybe you'd like to see more about the laser. I'd be happy to do that. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great and simple day.